So it looks like both engines are at idle power now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the actual levers for the engines, and we're going to increase this up 2 notches to automatic power setting. And with that, we'll monitor the rotor RPM. Here, we want to make sure it's between the 2 red lines here, about 9,000, and that looks good. And with both engines up and running fully now, the shaft is actually turning the generators, which is then supplying electrical power to the onboard batteries. So we can go ahead and enable the batteries, and with that we can go ahead and disable external power, which you just did. So at this point now we're operating fully on internal electrical power. And that being said, we'll go ahead and get some electrical systems up and running. So the first thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and enable the ABRIS navigation system with the moving map. And again, we'll take a look at this in a later producer's note in detail. We'll get the radios going, the intercom, VHF radio 1, VHF radio 2, and the data links. We'll arm the ejection seat. And the Ka-50 is one of the few helicopters that actually does have an ejection seat. And fortunately for the pilot, before ejecting, the rotor blades will be blown off. We'll turn the weapon control system on. And also what we can do now is, now that the engines are up and running, we can go ahead and disengage the APU. And we'll get master hydraulics on, IFF on, targeted navigation system on. And here are a lot of the lights. We can have gauge illumination, night lighting, ADI, HSI lighting, formation lights, and tip lights. And also up here we can go and select different intensities for the navigation lights. Of course we have windshield wipers. Set that back. Heating for the pitot, and backup pitot gauge, and that all looks good. Down here we have the dials for the different lighting systems. We can adjust these as well. We'll go ahead and arm the countermeasure dispenser, the laser warning system. These are colored illumination flares. This is our first VHF radio. We can go ahead and select a frequency and then tune that to that frequency, which is now set. This is our ADF, automatic direction finding radio, which we can reset. This is our slew speed for the Schwall sensor. I'll go ahead and set that to about 1. The autopilot stability augmentation, we'll go ahead and enable those. We'll set it to radar. This is part of our data link system, our identification within the data link set of 4 aircraft, and determining who we send and receive data from. For the INS navigation system, we'll go ahead and set that to route, select waypoint 1, and we can see that our HSI is automatically setting to that first waypoint. But if I want to, I can go ahead and put that in manual mode as well, and manually select headings. But for now, I'll just put it in manual mode, automatic mode. So that all looks good. HSI is up and running. Sorry, the ABRIS is up and running. We've got a good satellite navigation feed. System test looks good. Back to nav. This is our full flight plan. So we'll go to probably waypoint 2. I'll set that as the first waypoint for this system. Whereas I had the INS set to the first waypoint. And come back. Go to map. Zoom in a little bit. Back to nav. I usually go in the ARC mode. But again, we'll take a close look at the ABRIS at a later time. We'll go ahead and uncage the standby indicator and adjust that a little bit. And then coming back to the ADI, I'll go ahead and adjust that a little bit too. Run a quick test. And it looks good. Over here we can set the warning altitude for the radar altimeter. I'll set that to about 50 meters. I'll go ahead and test that. That looks fine. Our G meter looks okay. our clock and stopwatch. That looks fine. VHF radio 2. Bit test looks good. If at any point I want, I can go ahead and change my radio frequencies here using the thumb wheels. We'll enable the Schwal targeting system, get the laser in standby mode, take master arm off. We can go ahead and adjust the TV display brightness and contrast. That looks fine. Up here on the HUD, we can go ahead and adjust our intensity on that. Looks fine. Go to yellow, fixed site. Okay, it looks good. And at this point, now we are pretty much ready to take off and accomplish a mission. So that kind of is a little overview of getting the aircraft up and running. A lot of other little subsystems I do not touch on, but we can take a look at those at a later time. Anyhow, this concludes the first note. I hope you enjoyed it, and more to come.